And actually, where I got it from, to be honest, just so everyone to know,
Tell us.
I had a dream. Literally, in my dream, in my sleep, I dreamed this concept, and I had never seen it before. And I actually did a little research, and I hadn't seen it before I done it. And what it was is I had what I call my never ending neckline.
Okay.
And what that means is the neckline started, of course, at the neck, and it followed her neck all the way down her body, um, down the front of her body to her stomach, and then to the right leg, all the way down into a split.
Man,
That was her. That was her
that, I
neckline.
mean,
And again,
go ahead.
someone said I couldn't do it because it
I want to,
it just wasn't
I
possible.
want to add to that. You talking about a flow. It's so beautiful. If you ever get a chance, I want you right now to go to her site, which she'll give you more about, and check out that blue dress. Oh my gosh.
Or it's definitely on my Instagram and my Facebook page as
Okay,
well.
okay. So let me go back real quick because I don't want to. So that
But can I say something? I
go,
want to
go ahead.
interrupt you. Sorry, since you got me on, and then we can go to the next thing. But what I do want to say is, speaking on that neckline, I want to say that, and this is very important to me, and this is the only reason why I interrupt you, because I know this is your show, not mine.
No, it's your show. Go ahead.
Okay, so, but I wanted to say that with that neckline, the last thing I was saying was, after I was told that I couldn't do it and it had never been done before, I was more, I really wanted to do it even more, because I've always been a person to think outside of the box. I've always been a person that likes different and being different. And what happened was, I want to say the very next season, I want to say I've seen that same concept that I created, that came from a dream,
Mm,
on the runways overseas,
wow.
literally. And I was blown away.
You know,
So
I to be to you dreamt up an idea, and to see that, I know you was
yes, I was blown away. And after I seen it, I just felt like I'm a trendsetter.
correct.
That's just how I labeled myself, as a trendsetter, because that same concept is still on the
Right,
runways and with very high end fashion
right.
designers. And it makes me feel, it makes me feel good inside, because like I said, I consider myself a trendsetter, because that concept is literally all over the
Well,
world.
you have to in this day and time. It's so competitive, and I think that's
Hmm.
important.
Yes.
Sometimes, when you're by yourself and you're in that when you're in that vein of that mood of creating something out of the box, and that's what's gonna make you different. And I applaud you for that, because that dress
No, thank
is
you.
the bomb, y'all. But let's go back. So I gotta cover this. So along the way,
Hmm.
I know you inspired. You got into to starting the business and stuff like that.
Hmm.
Um, Individuals, because people want to know. I know you went to school. I know you're in a sewing company. You talked about that. Let's give your school its props too, because where your classes that you're
Yeah,
taking.
absolutely. Yeah. I went to school with a school here called Apparel Arts.
Yes,
Um, the owner is her name is Susie,
Susie.
and
Yeah.
yes, Susie has two locations. She has one in
Mm-hmm.
Oakland, in the downtown area, and then she has one in San Francisco, over not too far. I want to say not too far from the ballpark, that baseball park out
Right.
there. So yeah, she's actually a very very nice lady. You know, open arms, always
Right.
smiling, always welcoming. She make you feel comfortable. She's understanding. And I can tell she definitely consider her students, and that's very appreciative, because you never know where a person is. Sometimes it doesn't cost anything just to be kind to people, and I have to say she's definitely one of those people. So going to her school, the days that I do go,
Yeah.
it's very welcoming,
Right.
and I would recommend her school to anyone.
Right. And also,
Again,
yeah.
That's Apparel Arts in San Francisco and in Oakland.
Also, and I know I remember you working with a mentor, Duvall Parker, and really God fearing guy. He sews as well, uh,
Hmm.
and I know he was based out of San Francisco. So
Yes,
how was it working
yes.
with him? Was he
Well, working with Duvall was very
more of a mentor? He's such a good guy.
yes, yes, he was a mentor. And it was very interesting with him because when I went to Duval, I was actually starting from like very little knowledge. This was actually before I went to school at Apparel Arts.
Yeah,
So, some things came up and we wasn't able to finish what we started, but
yeah.
during the time when we were together, it was definitely an
It
amazing
was amazing,
experience
right?
because he is very, very spiritual, like you said,
Mm-hmm.
and he's very passionate,
That's the key, right?
and and his passion oozed, right through him. And I was able to connect with Duvall, and I actually miss Duvall,
Yeah.
so I can say, I want to give my shout out to him definitely, and
He's a Bay Area legend. They say, Mr. Duvall.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah. He, he's a very good guy, and I always wish him well, and I hope he's doing well as
yeah,
well. But I'm definitely want to give my shout out to Duvall.
right. Okay.
Thanks for
Oh,
everything.
definitely, definitely. My buddy Duvall. Yeah. Oh, so this brings us to the next segment. You're such a giving person. Your
Hmm.
spirit. What motivates you? So our listeners to know when you wake up in the morning, because it's so much out here that it's so much of a challenge. Um, what gives you the motivation?
Well, what motivates me, I have to say, is being able to know that I put God first, and He's my motivator.
Yes,
Um, I, you know, I'm very spiritual myself, so I just feel that putting God first in everything you do, you know,
hmm,
and then everything will follow. I'm a strong believer. My faith is
yeah,
strong.
I know,
Um, and I also have to say motivation is my children as well. As I mentioned before, a single mom. So, you know, that that's definitely a job within itself. So
right,
I just feel like, being able to continue being their mom and, you know, being motivated by when I wake up every morning, I say a prayer for all three of them, and even I'm a grandmother, so the grandchildren as well. But, I feel like because I want them to be able to see me and allow me to motivate them to even be and do better than I did, and we all pretty much, live a comfortable life, so motivation is big. What motivates me is big. It's family
right, right,
and my God. So yeah.
right. I know. I mean, for myself, it took me. People say, "Oh, I believe in God." Walk around and
Hmm.
when it's your time, when you know that to make him
Absolutely.
become your
Absolutely.
forefront, to not do
That's
anything else without him involved, and get
absolutely.
to know him is the key.
That's
I
right.
know because you mentioned that you're really, really heavy into making sure you get your word, and that's important. Like that's important, and
Right.
you carry that within your business. You don't allow people to come in that circle
Right.
who have other what we call those other motives,
Agendas.
agendas. There you go. I'm talking about
Yeah.
assistants. I'm talking about people that want to come in and this that they sign the paperwork, but then the attitude.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Unfortunately, everybody don't mean well, but it's okay. It's just not their time, and I don't hold grudges. I don't allow people to dictate my day. I have a friend that always say, never let a person steal your shine. And, I believe that, you know, just because they have issues doesn't mean those issues are mine. I just know when I see something that's not good, I definitely look for the exit because I just don't want to be around it. I don't like the negative, and I definitely I don't want to be a part of it. So yeah, but I'm gonna say this, you pray for those people too. So I don't hold any grudges. I wish them well. I wish them all well.
Right.
Every last one of
Right.
them.
You know, I seen it. It's
Yes.
funny because I posted something on my Instagram. I think it was David Banner. He was like, "Get
Uh-huh.
away from me now." You know what I'm saying? Once you figure person out,
Right.
you'd be like, "You know what?
Exactly.
Why are you in my face?" you
Right.
know?
I have to say it was you, Ken, years ago. You had told me
Yeah.
that sometimes people are in your life for a reason and they're in your life for a season. And I'm definitely, definitely understanding that today.
That's you
You
know what,
know.
and that's the hardest thing. It's so true. It's so true.
Uh-huh.
And I know that's the God. I mean, I pop in as a certain sermon, and it's the truth. No matter how you try to hold on to friends, hold on to family, and you try to get them to see certain things, and you know what? It's they'll be in your life for a moment, and then they're gone,
Mm-hmm.
and you wondering
Mm-hmm.
why? Did I do something? What's going? It
Right.
don't even be you.
Exactly.
Everybody has
Nothing to do
their
with you.
agenda.
Absolutely.
Everybody has
That's
their
it.
agenda.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, and God wants us to forgive those. Forgive them. Let them do what they do. You feel me?
That's right. Absolutely.
So that brings us to family. Family. What out of your business? Because we got to move this towards your business. What do you want to do
Mm-hmm.
for your family?
Mm. What I want to do for my family? Well, pretty much I just want them to. That's a
Do
good
you want to
question
just give them?
because it's so
Do you want to
much.
give
It's
them
so much.
$20,000, $30,000 a piece, and be like, "Here you go."
No, no, it's not about money. It's not about the money. What I want to give them is more so peace,
Mm,
more so comfort,
yes.
more so the ability to know how when mama no longer can. You
Right.
know, I want to give them, you know, things that they can live throughout their lives. $20,000 is something that can be here today and gone tomorrow. What I want to give them is the ability to know how, and to want to literally continue doing whatever it is that they want to do in life, but definitely giving them something to have, like, leaving that legacy for them.
Right.
That's something I want to do for my children is leave the legacy for
Right. Right. Leave a
them.
legacy. And you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You worry about your last name, your children's. Right. I mean, I think
Hmm.
that is the key. Um,
Right. I love those I'll never even see, you know what I mean? Never even meet. Hopefully I'm here to see great grandkids and even great great grandkids, but it's going to be some kids I won't be able to meet that won't know me, and I want just the family to know the hard work that I did, you know, to get them to where they are. And I also want them, in that message, I want them to know that they always stay humble and always have a kind heart. It doesn't cost anything to be nice to people.
right.
Everyone is not that way, but if I can instill that in my children and, allow them to know that when you do good, good things happen,
Right.
you know,
Right.
that's
And
important
you
to me.
can't carry everything on your shoulders. I mean, kids
Exactly.
nowadays want to carry everything on their shoulders. Too much access. Back in the
Hmm.
day, we were like, mama be like,
So
shut that
limited.
off.
That's
We had
right.
time limits. That's the problem. Kids now, they don't have time
And then,
limits.
exactly.
Right.
And we were also the kids that was told to go outside and play.
Right. Find something.
These kids don't
Right.
do that
Take
today.
3 rocks and build something out of 3 rocks. Do something. You're right.
Hmm.
You're right. You're right. All right. So let's back to business. Business.
Okay.
Okay.
Sounds good.
So
I like business.
right. Business matters.